If you've got asymmetries in your movement, you're going to get injured eventually. The body is not symmetrical in terms of its internal organs. Most organs you only have one of.
Yeah.
However, most muscles you have two of. You have two for a reason, so that one opposes the other. The body is meant to move symmetrically. It is. You wouldn't have two adductors if it wasn't meant to move symmetrically. You wouldn't have two calves, you wouldn't have two quads, you wouldn't have two biceps if your body was not meant to move symmetrically. People say, oh, don't change a high-level athlete's technique if it's slightly off. Like, yes, if it's not injuring them, but if you look at a low-level athlete, somebody who squats maybe 150, 180 kilos at 90 kilo body weight, whatever it is.
Me next year.
I know. If you look at them and you see their movement and it's bad, but you don't change it because they're not injured yet, that's negligence, because they will get injured.
Yeah.
Eventually. You may not get injured because the stress being put on your joints is so low because they're squatting 150 kilos. Once they get stronger and then they squat 200, 220, 250, 250 kilos is 250 kilos of pressure on your knees, whether you like it or not, whether your quads and your back and your core and your body is able to move it or not. If you've got asymmetries in your movement, if you've got imbalances, if your hips are shifting, you've got one shoulder higher than the other, anything it is, you're going to get injured eventually.
Yeah.
No, like
sure.
It's an amateur sport and nobody has time to do all the physio, all the chiropractic work, all the recovery in the world to counteract your bad movement. If you just get somebody early, it doesn't take that long either. It takes 2-3 weeks to retrain somebody's movement. The problem is nobody knows how to do it.
Right.
Because they care more about how can I make this program good, how can I make them stronger, quicker.
Yeah.
Because they think then, oh well, if they see results, then they're going to stick with me and then I'm going to get a paycheck for longer.
That's it.
Yeah, until they get injured and then you don't know how to fix them.
If you're into lifting, most of it's fun, but like the fun can be found in like figuring out an imbalance or a potential weakness in one of your stabilizing muscles in movement or something, and then fixing it, or increasing your range of motion in some way, shape or form, and all those things. But of course, if you're not like elite, it's about finding time to do that. However, on a side note, I hate when people say I don't have time to do stuff.
Everybody has time.
Exactly.
Everybody has time.
It's like
everybody has the same amount of time as everybody else.
Yeah.
Like it's simple. You
go to bed.
You can find. Well, everybody should actually be sleeping. Like less sleep is not more time.
Yeah.
More productive time when you're not sleeping. But everybody has the same amount of time. If everybody on Earth slept 8 hours a day, but somebody when they're awake is more successful than somebody else, that person has the same amount of time as you. They're just prioritizing things a bit better than you. They're planning out and they're using their time a bit better than you. There's so many excuses like I don't have time, I don't want to do this, I don't want to wake up earlier to go for my morning cardio because I don't have time after work. If you don't want to, that's fine. Genuinely it is fine, but don't expect to get results by complaining and blaming other people, saying they're just better than you, accepting the fact that you're mediocre and liking it because you like your morning coffee, whatever it is.
Starbucks on O'Connell Street.
Starbucks 350 coffee for absolute piss water.
It's true. I mean, there's nothing wrong with not being arsed, but you need to either accept it, be aware of it, or it's all of those actually. Accept it, be aware of it, and hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
And that stems through to everything, not just training.
Yeah. If you want to be lazy, that's fine, but lower your expectations.
Yeah.
Don't expect to be a world champion powerlifter if you don't want to go to the gym 4 days, 5 days a week and train for 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
If you don't want to prioritize your recovery at night, if you don't want to go to bed an hour earlier because you're balls deep in a new Netflix series,
Yeah, like an example, I don't think we need one, but I saw Dave to the day in the gym, and you're like, were you?
Oh God.
You were there like 3.5 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
Let's just say 3.5.
Yeah.
Training wouldn't have taken that long, but you were doing like I didn't even know what you're doing, like mobility shit, let's just call it that.
Yeah.
But that's
That's because
That's
it's
what
my
you-
priority.
yeah.
I'm not the best powerlifter in the country. There's people with better genetics than I do. You know, they lift more weight with half the effort that I put in.
Right.
But I want to be the best that I can, so I'll put in all the time that I need to
That's
get to
it.
that goal.
Yeah.
It's because that's my priority.
Mm.
I don't care about sitting at home for an extra hour a day when I could be in the gym doing mobility and then training.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's
I
just
get
about
that.
priorities and what you want.
Almost like as part of one's mindset, like you would have something like this in your head, but like it's if you care about your performance and like maximizing your goals, it does make sense, and you'd enjoy spending an extra hour in the gym or something like that. Like
I
you
enjoy
said,
every
you know?
second of being in the gym.
Same. So I mean, those things help your performance. So that's why you would enjoy and lean more towards doing them than not doing them. Because
Yeah,
you'd want to
exactly.
be like as good as you can be.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds obvious, but that's just as it is, and you
Yeah.
can apply that to anything. Because it's
Yeah.
mindset.
Yeah, I'm stubborn as fuck, and I refuse to believe what the majority of people tell me. And I'll tell you why. Because the majority of people, they're not successful.
Mm.
The majority of people, they're not as successful as they want to be.
Yeah.
You've got, of the whole population, you've got 1 to 5% of people who are as successful as they want to be and can genuinely, knowing within themselves, can say,
Yeah.
I am extremely happy with my life.
For sure.
So, people saying, oh, I'm going to do this college course because everyone's telling me to do this course. Okay, it's logical, but why are you listening to the majority of people if the majority of people have never done what they wanted to do? If you want to get to that 1 to 5% of people, let's even just say 10% of people.
Yeah.
If you've got a group of 10 friends, 9 of them are telling you to do this college course, but you really want to start your own business, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be a coach, you want to do something that goes against what those 9 out of 10 people are saying, do it. Because those 9 out of 10 people are more likely to be wrong.
That's it. Where are they going to
The
end
majority of people are not right, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Statistically,
up? Yeah.
logically, yes, you'd say, oh, the majority of people, add them up, okay, more of them are going to be right. However, look a bit deeper than that. Think about it. The majority of people are not as successful as they want to be. So if you want to be as successful as you know you can,
Here I go, here I go, here I go again.
listen to your gut,
Yeah.
because there's more chance of you being right than the majority of people who were wrong to be right.
What's my weakness? Okay, then chillin'.